Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, it is I, Laz, and I'm back. I'm back for all you guys. Third day of my crazy escapades to upload every single day, but I'm here for you. I'm here for you, and as you know, I love all of you. But today we're gonna talk about something that I love a lot as well, and that is the beautiful, the glorious, the best thing on the planet, Japanese ramen. But before we get into that, please, guys, leave a like on this video, subscribe, and tickle that little bell thing. And of course, follow me on my other socials if you really want to, and I hope you do. You can donate on Patreon and help me pay the bills and eat some food. Food is important, you can say. Without further ado, let's get into the ramen. We need to get into some backstory here. My urges to eat ramen started when I was only a little child. I was probably around 12 years old, and that's when I discovered Naruto. And he was eating all that ramen. He was slurping it at that little stall, and it looked so good. And he looked like he enjoyed it so much, and he ate so much. And it's like, I want to try it too. And then I went to Japan. Not when I was 13 or 12. I went recently. I came back a few months ago. But today I want to talk about what is the best ramen. Where have I eaten the best ramen? Let's first get into the mainstream best ramen place that everybody says that it's the best ramen place, and that's Ichiran Ramen. Ichiran Ramen is actually based in Fukuoka. We'll get to that part later. And it serves pretty much the whole of Japan. People say it's great. It is great. I ate there. It's fantastic. They have this ramen. It's called tonkotsu ramen, which is literally like bone broth ramen. And god damn it, does it taste good. It tastes like it tastes so good. Yeah, it does taste good. But there are other places where you can find fantastic ramen. So on my journey, I started in Osaka, ate some ramen there. Pretty good place in Dotonbori. If you go like halfway in that like covered up mall, and on the corner, on the left side corner, on left or right side, depending on where you go from, there is a ramen place. Pretty good ramen, I have to admit. Pretty good. No complaints there. Tasted nice, but there is better. Then I went to a place called Kyoto. In Kyoto, I didn't eat ramen. I feel really bad about that. It's pretty sucky, but what can you do? But then I went to a small town called Fukui to meet my friend over there, right? And as me and my friend are walking down the street, we're just going down the street, he's like, "Hey, do you see that?" What? Well, what's going on? See that little truck over there? Yeah, I see it. What's the deal? That guy, he makes some fantastic ramen. It's just a truck. What do you mean makes fantastic ramen? How can there be? It's a truck. It doesn't even look like it's anything over there. This is me, by the way. I need to figure out how to do that editing part. But he's like, trust me on this. So we go over there. It's like this little white van thing, right? And he made like a little tent. This guy is like a rare occurrence, right? He's a rare Pokemon that you can only get in like certain brushes in Fukui, and he spawns in various places around the city, the small city. We were very lucky to find him, right? So we go over there, get some ramen, and my god, was that ramen glorious. It was so good. His meat, his pork cutlet, was so good that we genuinely asked for more cutlet. So we ate a bowl of ramen, which is huge. If you've ever eaten ramen, it's fucking immense, right? So we eat the bowl of ramen, and then we ask for the cutlet. It's so good. So he gives us the cutlet, and then we're like, I feel super full, but I want another bowl. So we got another bowl of ramen, and then we ate it, and it was so good again. Eventually my friend got sick from it. I'm not telling that story if he doesn't allow me to tell that story, but it's the funniest thing I have ever seen. He got really sick. Let's not get into that further. That's one of the best ramens I've ever eaten. But then I went to the holy land of ramens. I went to Fukuoka, which is basically the birthplace of the Ichiran Tonkotsu ramen. There is a type of ramen called Hakata ramen, and what's confusing about Fukuoka is that if you're getting a train to Fukuoka, they're gonna say the train ticket is gonna say from, let's say, Osaka, I'm just pulling it out of my ass. From Osaka to Hakata, and I'm like, what's this Hakata shit? I want to go to Fukuoka, but no. The train station is called Hakata Station, and it's historically been Fukuoka. I'm guessing it's historically been called Hakata, so they still ride it like that on the train stations. And you know how Japan is very difficult to change. They don't really like to change things all that much, so that's a very confusing part. So they have this Hakata ramen, and it's also pretty good. So there I was going to Tenjin, which is in a nightlife area, and in Fukuoka. Don't ask me what I was doing there. I was doing research, okay? I was doing research for my videos. Don't judge me, okay? I wanted to see from a distance what nightlife in Fukuoka looked like. Don't misunderstand me, okay? Let's get this straight. So I go over there and I see that there's like a million little stalls by the side of the road, and they're all packed full of people, and they're all like full of ramen and like these little ramen stores. So I go to each and every one of them because I was feeling a little bit peckish from my research, right? So I'm going from little stall to little stall. They're all like the Naruto style stalls. It's amazing. They have these little banners and shit on the side. It's awesome. So I'm looking around for like half an hour. Not a single free seat in any of those little stalls, right? So after half an hour of searching, I finally found a stall that has free seats. And then he handed me the ramen. And then my life turned into an orgasm. I genuinely think I creamed my pants when I tried it. It was so good. It was so amazing. I can't even explain it. I'm pretty sure I have some video of it though. So I'm gonna probably post some video here of those little stalls. It's so good, and they had this draft beer which is like IPA or something, and it's Japanese IPA, and that was so good. So I've been told. I'm a very good person. I asked a lot of people for their thoughts and opinions for research, right? So I'm eating that ramen. I'm dying of bliss, and that's where it ended. I had to go back to Tokyo. Tokyo ramen wasn't as great, to be honest. And I did eat some intestines, which were pretty good in Tokyo, near Chuo Ward, I think it was, near Tokyo Station. So I did eat some intestines there, and I know a lot of people are like, ugh, how do you eat intestines? And I'm like, bitch, I love it. I love my intestines. I love it. So I did eat it. It was fantastic. It was great. Had a lot of fun. Had a lot of ramen. So my verdict, which is the best ramen? I can't really decide. So I can't really decide between the rare spawning, ultra rare mount dude in the white van or the stalls in Fukuoka. I honestly can't decide. One day I'm feeling like, oh man, that white van ramen tasted so good. And the other day I'm like, oh man, that stall ramen tasted so good. So I can't really decide. But my recommendation is, if you want absolutely the best ramen on the planet, go to Fukuoka. If you want to try your luck and try also the best absolute ramen in the world, go to Fukui and try your luck. I don't know if you'll find him. I don't know if he'll spawn in that time period while you're there, while you're on your raid or whatever, but it's really good too. And Fukui is pretty much the only place where I saw a tanuki with giant nuts. I don't know if I have a picture of that. I'll try to dig it up. If I do, I'll definitely show you guys. So that's the only place where I saw such a thing. Anyways, thanks a lot for watching, everybody. New video coming tomorrow. And follow me on my socials to see what I'm doing. And also, if you're a kind-hearted souls, donate something on Patreon. It's gonna buy me food. Not ramen. There's no good ramen here in Serbia. It pisses me off. But it's gonna buy me some other food, like Dr. Sausage or like, I don't know, I'm on keto. I eat weird shit now. That's it for me. And now I have a big thank you for all of my Patreon followers. Like, bam, right here. There's not too many of them. So I'll see you guys next time. Love you.